Hi everyone, I am Luca Mattè, and as you know, I manage real estate investments. So if you want to go deeper into the knowledge of our company, just click the link below, go on our website and visit it. If you need some more information, if you want to become our investor, just contact me. Today I wanna show you something different from all the other videos. I wanna bring with me into all the appointments that I will have today and show you how a daily routine of a real estate investor might be. So, ready, set, go! Tonight it was a bit cold, so we have to warm up a bit the car. Quite cold tonight. The car is ready. Remember to stay safe always. Fasten your seatbelt and let's move. So finding a car park was quite crazy this morning, but we know it here in Milan, and all the hinterland is like this, especially in the morning and afternoon when everyone goes to work and comes back. So I think I'm a little bit late, but it's normal. Unfortunately, finding this car park was crazy, man. Now I go to the metro, I take the ticket and we go in the city center. Today's schedule is first appointment with a luxury real estate company in order to find out if there can be a collaboration about the real estate part and also the art development, because they also sell art. Second appointment is with another real estate investor. I had to cross the zebra line, so second one is with another real estate investor which has to show me a building and we have to evaluate it in order to understand if there can be the space for an investment. Then I go back home, eat, have lunch. I have to do a couple of things on the computer. We will see it later. And in the afternoon, other two appointments. One is with a company which develops a crowdfunding project. Also that appointment to understand if there might be a collaboration. And the second one with the building company to make an estimation for some issues that we had on a flat in order to put them fine. Now let's go in the metro station, buy the ticket and to the city center. So I have reached the city center. I just wanna send you a big greeting from the Domo Square. And now, let's go on the first appointment. So just finished the first appointment. A really interesting company which deals with people all around the world that looks for new houses. In this case, we are talking about luxury houses, and they manage asset in all the country. So it just depends on where you want to go to live it. And as they told me, people as first they do not ask about the price, but they ask about how much space there is in the garage. Well, of course, this is about all the passion people, all the car passion people. But the cool thing is that as high you go, as money possibilities, the request definitely change. They ask for really different things. They are not interested in they are interested in what their passion is, and this is the cool thing. When you can afford it, you just look at your passion. You don't care about how much it costs. And so this is about the real estate part. And the other interesting thing is that they create a great network, and they also give a lot of opportunities to sell works, and it depends on what you're looking for, what the buyers are looking for. And thanks to the network, they are able to give you the artwork that you're looking for. So both for artworks and for houses, luxury houses, they are a great company, and I hope we can have a collaboration starting from now. Now let's go to see this building in order to understand if there is space to prepare an operation. Another metro travel. Let's go. We are here, Missouri, and we have to go until Machakini. I'm out of the metro, and I want to remind you that if you want to become our investor, you can contact me here on YouTube or even on Instagram, LinkedIn, and we can have a talk in order to understand which are your investment goal. Or at the same time, you can also attend the academy where we teach how to become real estate investors, even for private people who are interested in investing their own capital. Okay, so contact me. Just talk a moment about how you have to evaluate an opportunity, an investment opportunity. I'm walking to the asset that we have to look for, and I show you one thing. We are in the nearby of the building that I have to give a look at, and walking through the street I saw this other building which is quite similar to a new construction that we may realize in the nearby. So what you have to do is to give a look at the selling prices of this building, for example, understand which are the better characteristics that it has and which are the worst, in order to understand how comparable it is. For example, you call the real estate agency that you can see there to understand if they are selling it all, and by looking at the balcony they are all lived, and in order to understand at which price they sold these houses. This makes your analysis much easier because you have a real comparable here. Another thing that you have to give a look at while you are walking through the street when you go to see an asset is which kind of people live in the nearby. How can the new families feel the value of the area, because it really have an influence on the selling price. If it's a good area, you can sell to higher prices. If the area is not peaceful, it's much harder to sell, and you can sell to lower prices.
This is silent noise.
first part of the day is gone. I took the metro back home. Now I have to eat something. I'm quite hungry. The second appointment was interesting. The building is interesting, and I have now to make the business plan in order to understand if there is space to realize an investment. So let's go buy some food, have lunch, and then on the computer for a half of the afternoon. And then after some work on the computer, we will go through the last two appointments of the day. Just to sum up a bit the building that I saw, we're talking about 3 floors, 600 square meters in total, and it's in quite an interesting area of Milan. So it's all empty. Before it was a fashion showroom, so you have to change the destination of the building. You have to realize all the flats inside, and I think that at least the project can become interesting. You have to understand if the numbers are too. We will see them on the business plan. And then in this case, we have to go and see it again with another company in order to be sure of the estimation cost that I'm going to put in the business plan. What I usually do with the buildings is to go and see them first. Well, first thing first is that the person who wants to show me the building has to send me all the details, pictures, documents, and so on that he or she has, in order to understand as first thing if it's worth the value to go and see it, in order to not wasting the time. You know, time and time management is really important. So I give a fast look at the documents, and then I make the first appointment. If it looks good, I write down a general business plan, and then I talk with the architect, with the building company, in order to verify if there are some issues with documents or something about the costs, the renovation cost. Then if everything fits in the right way, I go and see it again, if necessary, with an investor or with the building company. Depends on the building. When we talk about building, it's not always the same thing. So it depends on the single project. It sounds different for the flat instead. This is what I do. So today in the afternoon, I will write down a part of the business plan, and then I will contact an investor that I already have in my mind, in order to talk with him and understand if he might be interested in it or not.
Artlist.io.
Remember that, in my opinion, it's really important to fulfilling the house with artwork. Look at this, for example. It's like a mirror in the lake, so you can see all this green part, which sounds like the forest that is mirroring in the water of the lake. And it's really good. It's an oil paint, and I got many in my house and all around with my father. So if you need more information also about artwork, just contact me as usual. And if you want to become investor or join our academy, we are here for you. I'm working from home this evening, and one thing that I really work on is creating an environment when I can stay focused. And one of the most destructive thing that I have is my phone, are my phones, my two phones, my personal one and my business one. And the problem is that I need them to work, but there are moments where I fortunately can switch them on the airplane mode, and well, only the personal one, because I always keep the business one on. Who knows? Maybe I receive a phone call that I have to answer to, or I don't know. I need it. I may have also the switch where I switch it off, but at the moment I can't. I prefer to keep it on. And the thing is this, you must be able to create an environment where you can really stay focused. For example, when I have to work on some kind of things, I don't play music in the background. But there also are some moments where I have it on, because it's useful for me to when I have to make creative works. For example, brochure, for example, working about posts for my social and things like that. So depending on what you have to do, which are the actions that you're going through in that moment, try to create the best environment in order to stay focused as best as you can. And also your desk should be empty. As you can see, I only have here at home my monitor and the other monitor, because for example I can't work only with my PC monitor. That would be too little about the dimension, and also not so easy to use, because if I have to compare some documents, it's useful for me to open one, keep it on the side desktop and read what I have to read, and on the PC, for example, working on the document that I have to work on. So also this aspect can be really helpful. And for example, I have just changed the second monitor, but I will change it soon again. I will create another desk station, especially when in a couple of weeks we will change our office, and there I will really create a specific desk where I want to install a big desktop in order to have the possibility to open as many documents as I need, so that the work becomes faster, easier. You mustn't have obstacles that make your work harder than it already is, because also a slow computer, for example, can make your work harder, because you open a file and it takes a while before opening, and it's quite boring when things like that happen, or when you have to wait for something to be loaded, for example. So you must be able to work with the most little quantity of obstacles that you can. That's really, really important. It really matters in order to use as best as you can the whole day, your 24 hours. So I get back to work, I don't feel myself while I'm working because that would be too distracting for me, even if I set the camera in a space and I don't look at it, but I may need my phone for the social and so on. So see you later. So here we go again with our working suit. It works like this. You have to be dressed in a certain way, you have to behave in a certain way. Even if we don't want the aspect, and our behavior is fundamental in some occasion, it works like this. If you're not Mark Zuckerberg and you can do whatever you want, you have to stay at certain unwritten rules. But anyway, it's been quite a demanding evening. I'm late, unfortunately. I don't like to be late, and I advise you not to be late because it's part of a professional appearing, but it happened today. I've received more phone call than I forecasted. I had to do, so it took me more time than I forecasted, but now I switch the camera off and we move again. So let's jump on the car again and move. Move. How to use the unused times. Unused times, I don't actually know if it really exists as word, but what I mean is that, for example, in the car, even if the car is not the best example, you can make some phone calls. Never ever distract yourself, sorry for the music, while you are driving. But another example is this morning when I was on the metro, I've used that time to answer texts, to messages, to answer to emails and so on. So use those moments where you could waste time on social media and so on in order to bring on that part of the job that, for example, would distract me, because for me it is a distraction to look at messages, and this is another advice that I give you. Or use this moment to relax yourself a bit during the day, which is stressful many times. Listen to some music, good music, listen to podcasts and all those recordings that can improve your mindset, for example, or whatever you want. Let's move again. Well, don't worry, I don't have to run like these all the days. There are some days which are like this, some days that are a bit more quiet. Fortunately, because that wouldn't be possible to be always in a rush like this. So also this one is finished. I met a great guy, really interesting meeting. He has a lot of energy. They develop great project. They are specialized in startups, so they have this crowdfunding company which mainly develops startup project, and he's especially on the real estate sector. So they started from startups and they are now on many other kind of companies, and from these new opportunities may start in order to find out more money for our investment opportunities. And we have to meet again because I was really short with time. I have to run to the other appointment now. I have to admit it, not every day is like this, as I told you before. There are some days where I have a lot of appointments around and others where I'm mainly in front of my computer, but I'm trying to make quite a good resume to you. So see you in a little while on the other appointment. Let's drive. Go, go, go. The last one for today. The last one. Then I go home, eat and relax. But see you in a little while. It is 8 p.m. and I'm going to finish, more or less finish my day today. My working part, talking about real estate. Now I have to go home, eat, if I got the energy to prepare something to it, and then I start on studying about crypto. I always dedicate a part of my after dinner moment for studying cryptos. Oh, I'm going to close the day. Be careful, man. Don't cross the road. Here we are. Here we go. Prepare some salad. I had a couple of happy hour with the guy of the crowd estate company. We had a talk with something to drink and eat, and then I went on the last one appointment with the owner of our building company, and I found out that today is his birthday. I didn't know that. And so we went out for another happy hour. It's always important to give value to people, to know them a bit deeper, know something about their passion, their family, so that you can ask about them, about things that really interest to them. This is how you can have long-term and solid relationship. If you just base your relationship on, hey, what's up, I need to do that job, and so on, so you just talk about work, you will never be able to create strong bonds on work. And so it's important to know personal things, and this is why we went out for an happy hour. We drink something, we had a talk about our things and about job, and I came back home. I started to give a look at cryptos and NFT. I show you just the monitor, and then I eat something. So this is my Discord account at the moment. I got some communities that I'm into, and I got in this one, for example, which is really great, Smoke Ape with Ish, that you can find out on Instagram. And so it works like this: you just keep on making researches, you go on OpenSea, and I should make an apart video to show you what I look for. But I really think that crypto in general should be known from everyone in this year, because they are an extremely important instrument for life these days. You can't think that you can live without them. And then if you want to speculate and to make money, you can go deeper into them, start giving a look at NFTs, for example, that in this 2022 are going to be really important. They're going to create massive movements, and this is what I do. It's What time is it? It's 9:30 p.m. and my day is still not finished. So I suppose that the day is over. Always with my Papo t-shirt. It's an important t-shirt. Well, it's a gift, so it was given to me by my old boss, and it comes from New York City for real, when he went there for a business meeting. So it's a gift, and that's why I take care of it. And I hope this video, different video from all the others, was interesting, was curious. I tried to tell you, to show you as much as possible. I'm sorry, I would have shown you something more about my appointments, but it's not always easy to ask people if they can be recorded, especially in this period where it's even difficult to shake your hand when you meet someone. So I prefer not to ask it to the others, but anyway, I tried to make a resume when I finished all the appointments. So maybe I'll propose this format again in the future, especially for the building sites. Today I haven't been there. I will make maybe the next video. The first building site of the year has started, and all the demolition part is already finished in 3 days. So I took some pictures already, and I will go there in a couple of days back, and maybe the next video will be all about it. Who knows? Stay tuned.